Hello everyone and welcome to Infinity of Nashua. My name is Jacob, also known as Car Guy 1999 Reviews here on YouTube. Today we're going to be taking a tour of the 2022 INFINITI QX55 as well as a test drive. The QX55 is INFINITI's coupe crossover, bringing back lines from the FX and the QX70. You can see here it has a sloped back rear design leading to a coupe appearance. Absolutely gorgeous car. Starting here on the front, standard here is this chrome grille. Of course, an optional accessory is a black grille. Here on the Essential, you get a round view monitor, so one of your cameras here for the front vision system. Here is one of your radars with another on the top of the windshield. Do have parking sensors scattered across the front bumper. This Essential here is equipped with Pro Assist. With Pro Assist, you're going to notice this cube light design. That's your biggest indicator that this car has adaptive front lighting, which is when you turn the wheel, the headlights turn with you. Very, very nice design. You can see this body line continues all the way down, and then this one appears here. It continues around the back of the car. Absolutely gorgeous. There's your button for your rear hatch. Take a peek here. There's your mats. Use this, fold down those rear seats. You also have a hanger for any dry cleaning or anything of the sort. Grocery bags, everything you might need right there. Nice storage tray. If you have, let's say, anything wet, like a wetsuit or whatever, you don't want to ruin the carpet, just throw it right in here. Or even if you need something just a little bit more room, you could put like a plant in here. Gives you just that added room. On the sensory trim, it comes with the motion activated lift gate. So if you have the key on your person, you stick your foot underneath, it will open the hatch. Very, very nice interior, plenty of headroom. Even with this sloped back design, INFINITI took time to realize, hey, we're gonna have humans sitting back here. And at 5'9", sitting behind myself, I have plenty of headroom. Here is one of the 4 USB ports. You also have your car charger, sunroof, real quick, before we head into the interior and go through trim levels, let's take a look at what makes this thing run. Under the hood here is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. However, this turbocharged 4-cylinder is very different from other 4-cylinders on the market. This is a variable compression turbocharged engine. Essentially, you have your piston chamber. This top is where your intake, injectors, and everything is. Your piston will come to a set point, and every other engine will come to a set point. That distance is essentially where your compression ratio comes from. Engineers of every other engine on the market are going to sit there and find that perfect ratio to deliver the optimal amount of power that they're looking for, as well as the optimal amount of fuel efficiency. This engine deletes the need for that compromise. It sits there at the bottom of the piston. You have a lever that can adjust where that piston sits inside the chamber, therefore changing the compression ratio. So, in plain terms, this engine can go from an 8-to-1 compression ratio all the way to a 14-to-1 compression ratio and use any range. So it can use 9-to-1, 10-to-1, 12.2-to-1. It can use any range in between 8-to-1 to 14-to-1. 8 to 1 is where you're going to make your peak power. In this powertrain, it is 268 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. 14 to 1 is where you're going to make your optimal fuel efficiency, cruising on the highway and just comfortable around town cruising. This compression ratio, the compression ratio adjusts on the fly instantaneously. So by the time, if you're cruising on the highway, you mat the throttle, by the time the car starts to accelerate, downshift, accelerate, it's already changed to that 8 to 1 compression ratio. So, let's go inside. Yeah, this camera always attracts attention. Here we go. So, that engine is mated to a continuously variable transmission. Now you take those range of compression ratios, this transmission has no actual gear cogs inside of it. Instead, it is a set of pulleys that mimic gear ratios, and it can continuously adjust to give you the optimal power as well as the optimal fuel efficiency. So mated to this engine, this car is absolutely brilliant to drive. If you want a bit more driver engagement, you can put this into manual mode, use these paddles behind the steering wheel, and it gives you 8 preset ratios to work your way through for a more sporty experience and a bit more driver control over the transmission. So, there's 3 main trim levels to the QX55. Your entry level on the 55 is your Luxe. The Luxe features everything you see here with some minor additions that come standard on your Essential. Those changes include navigation, your around view monitor, which features camera angles around the entire car. You're also going to have heated steering wheel on the Essential. Your 16 speaker Bose Performance Series audio is also going to come standard on the Essential, and climate controlled seats are also standard on the Essential. Heated seats are standard on the Luxe as well as the sunroof. So those are the major changes when you jump to Essential. When you jump to Essential, you also get 2 optional packages. The only 2 optional packages on a 55 are only available on the Essential trim level. Those include Pro Assist and Pro Active. This car features Pro Assist. That features that cube LED lighting, which tells you the adaptive front lighting system. Also features intelligent cruise control, distance control assist, blind spot intervention, and lane departure intervention. Pro Assist is essentially the entry level to the driverless system that we offer, which is Pro Pilot Assist. Pro Pilot Assist comes on the second package, Pro Active. That Pro Active system is going to replace this button here with a blue button with rings around the front of the car. That's going to add a heads-up display. I have a full list here. So the adaptive lights are already Pro Assist. Direct adaptive steering, so that's going to allow the car to use the steering and steer its way through lanes. It's going to add that heads-up display, traffic sign recognition, and Pro Pilot Assist, Infiniti's driverless system. Very similar to autopilot. Obviously, it's not a driverless system. You still need to drive the car, but for long journeys, it is extremely helpful. Let's go here. Oh yes, so 4 USB ports. I showed you the one in the back. You got USB-C, USB-A, USB-A again inside here. Share controls for the sunroof. 4 main competitors for this vehicle is going to be your Range Rover Evoque, your Acura RDX A-Spec, your Lexus RX 350 F Sport, and your Lexus NX F Sport. So we're going after some pretty good, strong, performance-based SUVs in the market. Now, we're inside here. Let's take a look at this infotainment system. Up top here with your navigation equipped cars, essential and above, you're going to have all your navigation features up here. Down here is where you're going to base your audio controls, your phone controls. It's also where you're going to enter your navigation addresses. Here you have all your driver's assistance settings, all your connections. So I have my Bluetooth, of course, connected. Your INFINITI InTouch services, your drive mode selector, where you can sit there and change your drive mode to your personal drive mode setting. Of course, you can change your engine transmission, your steering feel, and you can also activate and deactivate active trace control and active engine brake. Trace control is going to help you maneuver your way through some tight corners. Here we go. Settings. You got plenty of settings. Now you might have noticed this infotainment screen inside the center display. You can display, this is the home screen. It's going to feature your compass, your audio information, and your speed. Your warning review, your engine oil, your active safety features, cruise control, your fuel economy, your trip, just your speed, navigation and compass, and then your audio information. You go into your screen here. Geez, that's aggressive. Go into your meter setting. You go to main menu selection. You can add everything you want. You can also add tire pressure, your variable compression turbo, and chassis control. Now let's say you only want, I only want my home page, tire pressure, and fuel economy. You can go through, all right, fuel economy is on, I don't want any of that. And then when you scroll through, you only have your warning review, your engine oil, your tire pressure, fuel economy, and your home screen. So you can sit there and adjust this so it's very much less confusing. Now, without further ado, I say let's go ahead, take this thing out on the road, and see how it drives. Sticker price on this example is $54,830. Your price range for a entry-level base MSRP on a Lux is $46,500. For your Sensory, it's going to be $57,050. And the reason why there's only two option packages is because on the Sensory, the two option packs, Pro Assist and Pro Active, are both standard. Sensory is also going to add some suede accents here, an open pore wood trim, the motion activated liftgate, and some other small features. I'm going to be driving this in sport mode, obviously with a sportier feel. Compared to the QX50, which this car is very much based on, same powertrain, same transmission, it definitely drives a bit sportier. In sport mode, it's going to pump in some induction noise, add that little bit of sound to the experience. Throttle mapping is also a bit more sensitive compared to the QX50. Steering is a bit heavier and more responsive. Independent suspension on all four corners is going to provide a sporty drive experience with calm and composed driving over aggressive bumps that are very common here in New England. So as I floor the accelerator, you can hear that transmission's going to select the optimal ratios, work its way through them, and provide peak power. And it's also going to adjust your compression ratio to give you the optimal amount of power. Again, 280 pound-feet of torque is very good out of a 2-liter 4-cylinder. You're also going to have 28 miles per gallon highway, 22 city, for a total of 25 mpg combined. I don't know why they just, oh, you know, that's a red light, but it's fine. Visibility is great out of the 55. Of course, you have the blind spot monitoring, lane departure with this proactive pack. So you have plenty of active safety features working to make the drive a bit better. I will say, if you're concerned about the variable compression ratio, the CVT, and its longevity, I can say from the bottom of my heart that we have not noticed any major issues with both technologies. In development, they've driven them 100,000 miles with no concern. And you're also going to have a 6-year, 70,000 mile powertrain warranty that's going to cover your engine and transmission, as well as, you know, your differentials, all-wheel drive system, everything that relates to driving the car forward and in reverse. That's going to ensure that your Infiniti total ownership experience is exactly as promised. Go ahead, now that I have it activated, I'll go into the variable compression turbo, and you can watch that boost gauge, that compression ratio change. So let's, right now, you can see the compression ratio is to eco. As I floor it, changes to power. That turbocharger spools up, gives you all the boost, and you are propelled forward. It's very, very good. Some people are going to complain about the Cvt transmission. I am not in that party with this car. Made it to the variable compression ratio turbo that's here. It is one of the best power deliveries, especially compared to some of the competitors that I listed. Definitely feels much peppier, a lot of low down torque, and very, very instantaneous response when you're going away from a traffic light. With that CVT, you're also not going to notice a huge dip in power delivery with each gear ratio change. That CVT is going to work to put you in the best ratios possible and not going to allow any turbocharger lag to come in or allow the gears, the RPM, to drop enough to slow you down. Do we seriously already have an accident in like the 10 minutes that they've done road work? It never gets old around here, does it? Also, sitting on a traffic light, you have your auto hold system. Let's say you had a long day at work, your legs are sore, or you just hit the gym, did leg day. It's going to sit there and hold the brake for you. Let's say you have this one traffic light that likes to sit for a lot longer than you want to be sat at a red light. After a while, your leg starts to get sore and you just want to go. This gets rid of the system, the pain in your leg. Second you hit the gas pedal, the brakes are going to deactivate and you will be good to go. With that, I want to go ahead and summarize the QX55. Obviously, based on the QX50, the QX55 offers a bit of a sportier flair to the driving experience, with your coupe design bringing back memories of the FX and the QX70. Competing against cars such as the Range Rover Evoque, the Acura RDX, and actually also the BMW X4. This offers a very fun driving experience, good amount of luxury, a great amount of safety features, with a ingenious engine technology that provides great horsepower and torque, as well as great fuel economy for the power rating. All this comes at a base MSRP starting point of under $50,000 to start and under $60,000 for your top of the line Sensory to start, which that is very good considering what you're getting at this price point. I want to say thank you all so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.